Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Livewire's 25th birthday prom. It's amazing. Livewire has been around for 25 years. Round of applause, please. Tonight is all about celebrating Livewire and its journey, and it's an absolute pleasure to be announcing this evening's speakers and award presenters. To kick us off, please welcome Chair of Harlow Council, Councillor Andrew Johnson.
Thank you very much and good evening everybody. It's a pleasure to join you this evening as Chairman of the Council to celebrate 25 years of Livewire. A quarter of a century is a remarkable achievement for any community organisation. It represents countless hours of dedication from the trustees, the volunteers, the staff, key parents and supporters, all working together to invest in our young people. Livewire has done far more than put on performances. For 25 years it has helped young people build confidence, discover talents that they maybe didn't know they had, make lasting friendships, and I think importantly these days to help them find their voice. Some of those young people have gone on to careers in the performing arts. Many more have gone into careers in everyday walks of life here in Harlow. But all of them have taken with them the confidence, teamwork and self-belief that Livewire has given them. Harlow has always been a town that believes in opportunity, creativity and community. And I think Livewire embodies that more than many organisations I know. So on behalf of all the people of our wonderful town, I'd like to thank everyone who's played a part in that success story over the last quarter of a century. And congratulations on reaching such a wonderful milestone. Here's to the next 25 years. Happy birthday and enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much, Councillor Johnson. The next speaker is somebody who has done a lot for the art and culture of this town. So please, can you welcome the Head of Culture and Heritage of Harlow Council, Rory Davis.
I won't speak as well as Councillor Johnson just has, but I will try my best. It's an absolute pleasure to be here as Harlow's Head of Culture and Heritage, celebrating 25 years of Livewire. 25 years of creativity, confidence building, and occasionally persuading young people that theatre is cooler than scrolling through their phones, which, let's be honest, is no small achievement. I still remember meeting Sam back in 2017 at Victoria Hall. We were talking about starting with great ambition, a single class here at Harlow Playhouse. One class, that was the dream. I don't think either of us quite expected the conversation to turn into what it is today. It just goes to show what happens when you combine passion, persistence and a slight refusal to accept that might be too small to bother with. Because what Livewire has built isn't just a youth theatre company, it's a pipeline of skills, confidence and opportunity for young people across Harlow. And that's been recognised. The Lottery Awards tell that part of that story. The 1 Year Award in 2019, the Reaching Communities 3-Year Award in 2021 and now the 5-Year Award in 2024. That progression doesn't just happen by accident, it happens because what you do works, it changes lives. Since 2017, the theatre world hasn't exactly been an easy ride, whether that's the changes in spaces, shifting in audiences, or well, just everything else that the world decided to throw at us. But Livewire didn't just survive, you adapted, evolved, and kept young people at the centre of everything. And what young people are learning here goes far beyond acting. Yes, they gain confidence on stage, but also teamwork, communication, resilience, problem solving, and perhaps the most valuable skill of all, standing up in front of a room full of people without completely panicking, which is absolutely what I'm doing. Your productions prove just how powerful that is, tackling big real-world issues, Love Beach on body image and social media pressures, After, exploring grief and loss, all alone together, looking at AI and its impact, Play Dead, confronting violence against women and girls, and The Hope, addressing diversity and community tensions. These aren't easy topics, but they're important and they give young people a voice and the skills to use it. The Harley Playhouse Summer School, launched in 2021, opened even more doors, giving young people opportunities they might never have had imagined walking through. And this year's production, Architects, feels especially powerful, focusing on the aspirations of young people in Harlow. Because talent is everywhere, but opportunity isn't always distributed, Livewire helps close that gap. And if I can add one more reflection, because this is the part that really matters, behind every programme, every production, every award are young people whose lives have changed. Young people who may have walked in unsure of themselves, perhaps not feeling heard, not feeling confident, not quite knowing where they fit in, have found Livewire a place where they belong. A place where their voice matters, a place where someone says, yes, you can do this. And those moments, standing a little taller, speaking a little louder, believing in themselves for the first time, those are the real achievements we're celebrating tonight. Not just 25 years of Livewire, but 25 years of changing how young people see themselves and what they believe is possible. I also want to take a moment, especially speaking as a trustee, to recognise the driving force behind so much of this, Sam Ashford, the passion, the commitment, the sheer determination to keep pushing forward, to keep raising the bar and to keep believing in young people is what this organisation is today. That kind of dedication doesn't just build programmes, it builds futures. So big round of applause for Sam Ashford. And while we celebrate that, I'd like to say genuine thanks to all of the chairs of the trust, the trustees, staff past and present, for their leadership, stewardship and unwavering support. Your guidance has helped ensure Livewire can not only grow but thrive. At its heart, Livewire is about giving young people the tools to express themselves, to be heard and to believe they can shape their own futures, whether that's on stage, in a workplace or anywhere else life takes them. So yes, tonight we celebrate 25 years of Livewire, but more importantly, we celebrate thousands of young people who have walked through your doors and walked out more confident, more capable and more ready for the world. I can't wait to see what the next 25 years bring. Congratulations and thank you.
One more time for Rory, everybody. Next, I would like to introduce the Creative Director of Theatre Active, the founding company of Livewire, and Sam's mentor and close friend, Pete Merchant.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to tell a bit of a story. Bear with me. This is a long time ago, and a little bit about the origins of Livewire. And if I get anything wrong, inaccuracies, forgive me. The broad sway of what I'm saying is right win. I first met Sam Ashford when he was a puppet. To be more specific, Virgil Tracy of International Rescue or Thunderbirds fame. Sam was performing an entirely illegal performance of Thunderbirds, a famous West End show at Burnmill School under the direction of the head of performing arts, Pat Walker, sadly no longer with us. 3 years later, Theatre Active, the theatre company that I ran, and Sam were both based at Burnmill School. Theatre Active were embarking on a programme of ambitious interactive theatre performance to schools all over Essex, and much older and far less Thunderbirdy, Sam was working for Pat as a drama technician. In those days, Harlow District Council had funding from the government, bizarrely, to support initiatives that would address the many social and welfare issues faced by young people. Theatre Active were hired to deliver programmes into Harlow schools that would engage children and teachers in a lively debate through interactive theatre on substance misuse, sexual health and relationships, and also domestic violence. That was actually funded by the police. Pete Brown, I don't know if it's a name that means anything to anybody here, a youth worker with Harlow District Council, also sadly no longer with us, saw our work and became an enthusiastic supporter and colleague. And to say that Pete was good at networking would be like saying birds are good at flying. If you walked through the town with Pete, it would be the slowest journey you'd ever make. because he knew everybody of any age, and all of them wanted to talk to him. Pete was kind, concerned and passionate about improving the welfare of young people in this town. To be fair, he was also slightly eccentric. Having worked closely together for about 3 years on a variety of projects, Pete approached me with the idea of setting up a youth theatre. I can't remember if he wanted the young people to learn the techniques of interactive theatre from the start, but he certainly wanted the youth theatre to be free to all the users and principally aimed at young people who might be facing challenges in some parts of their lives. Theatractive would provide the training, and Pete would be on hand every session to provide support, time and resources for any issues that the young people had need of. It was a very potent delivery model. I am getting back to Sam in a minute. Another person who was involved from HDC was Pete's boss, John Bottomley. I'd love for him to have been here, but he's not particularly well. I think even Pete would say that he was better at starting projects and seeing them through and filling out all the evaluation forms. John was there to support Pete, yes, but also very much to dot the I's and cross the T's and make sure the project was working precisely. That wasn't Pete's main strength. It was John who very much pushed the need for Livewire, as it came to be known, to be formally constituted as an independent charity supported by Harlow District Council. Other notable figures, and forgive me if I leave people out who are here today, other notable figures involved in the establishment of the Livewire charity were Andy Bray, I found out today our second chair, I thought was the original chair, but second chair, Paul Whitehead, who I believe now is the Deputy Principal at Harlow College, Claire Hurst from an organisation called Connections, who knows if that still exists, and Kelly Lean, Harlow's then Arts Officer, all key trustees of the organisation. So, Sam, by this point, Sam was working, I think, full-time for Theatractive. He was young, difficult to imagine, enthusiastic, hugely talented, natural actor, I'm hoping this is really embarrassing, comedian, and more importantly perhaps, extremely able when working with young people in any setting, school or otherwise. I asked him to lead on the Livewire project. I was getting too old at 45 to run another youth theatre. Many of the ideas and the shape of the weekly workshop sessions were instituted by Sam. Quite reasonably, he drew heavily on both the ethos and practices of Theatractive, the idea of peer-led interactive performances. I can't remember where that came from. It was definitely a principle that if you wanted to work with, say, 9 and 10-year-olds on smoking prevention, it was far better to have a group of 14-year-olds working with them than it was to have a group of adults. That was going to make much more impact. Very quickly, the goal became to train up teams of young actors to take a social and health-based programme of theatre into all the primary schools in Harlow. This was a massive logistical undertaking. I mean, you think about it, now it might be taken for granted that we go into schools and things like that. Then we had to sell the whole idea to a group of, very, very challenged head teachers who were under pressure in all kinds of different ways. It needed to be sold as a safe, effective and valuable experience for the students. It also, crucially, needed to be sold, in inverted commas, to the secondary schools as a critically valuable activity for the small group of their students. They would be missing time from school, they would perhaps not have the best relationship with academic progress, maybe, and would already be under pressure. Getting permission for them to come out of school was not easy. There were lots of negotiations. Supporting Sam, both in the workshops but crucially in the organisation and the promotion of the tours, was Sarah Coggin, who's sitting here. Thank you very much. So I should say Sarah Coggin at the time, Sarah Norton, Theatractive's business manager and trained arts worker herself. Promoting the tour as a good idea to primary schools in Harlow and beyond fell to both Sam and Sarah in different ways. The shows were not quite free to schools. I seem to remember a bizarre idea that we came up with was, even though we were funded, we still charged the schools something to try and get them to commit to the dates. So they didn't phone us up at the last minute saying, oh, this is down. That was, I think, broadly the idea. They were heavily funded by the Arts Council, and I know that both Sam, Sarah and myself really, really liked filling out funding application forms. And I know that Sam still loves it. Anyway, back to Sam. Sam not only went from strength to strength with Livewire, instituting the holiday programmes, play in the week productions, multidisciplinary events that drew on dance, music and theatre, of course. At this point, I should mention the very long-serving Steve Cody. Thank you very much, Steve. Machine Queen, where's the scene this meeting? And some dance people who at the time I didn't know, so forgive me. I've just had a quick conversation. But also the idea of peer leaders within Livewire came up. This is the idea of leaders from the Livewire membership who would train up new intake in the skills that were actually going on. It just the most extraordinary, brilliant idea. Sam also became a facilitator with Theatre Active, which means that he was taking performances out to schools across the country and managing his own team of actors, as well as leading on Christmas shows to delighted primary school audiences across Essex. By the way, if you have never met the Hairy Fairy, you must ask Sam to introduce you. It's an experience. What I would say now is that the Hairy Fairy's accent is much more likely to be Ukrainian than it is Russian. That's all I say. Sam, Sarah and Pete Brown were the bedrock of Livewire's early successes and founding principles, and I understand from Sam that much of that foundation is still in place today. With the sad demise of Theatre Active in 2007, Sam took an enormously brave and personal step of taking Livewire to new levels of engagement, strengthening the Livewire Charitable Trust, and through funding and policy, ensuring that the theatre company stayed true to its original aims, as you've heard, of being free to its membership, providing support and advice for those facing challenges, disciplined in its commitment to young people's development and peer-led education, and increasingly a major force in the cultural life of this town, as you've heard from previous speakers. I am incredibly proud of Sam, all the work of his fabulous team, and the fact that Livewire not only still exists, but flourishes in the teeth of this profoundly challenging time for young people across the UK. Thank you very much.
One more time for Pete, everybody. Our next speaker is the current chair of the Livewire Trust and former Livewire member. Please welcome Gemma Nicholson.
So yeah, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Gemma and I have the privilege of being the Chair of Trustees for Livewire. It's great to see so many of you come out to help celebrate our 25th birthday, so thank you. To fully appreciate where we are today, we have to take a little step down memory lane. Way back in 2001, Livewire started as just a single drama group. Once a week, a small handful of young people would meet once a week. That's crazy to think about now when you think about the size that Livewire really is. A few years later, in 2005, I joined as a standard Livewire member myself. And let me tell you, even back then, it was clear that this group was something really, really special. It was desperately needed and deeply loved by every single young person who walked through the door. We used to meet at the time at a place called the Blue Rooms, which is a very polite way of saying a very run-down studio in the old Brays Road building before it got knocked down to become the new Parsonage. But like all good things, Livewire kept growing. Honestly, Sam and the team just couldn't get rid of us. At the time, you could stay for a few years. You were supposed to outgrow Livewire, but I don't think anyone ever truly outgrows Livewire. In 2019, we officially added dance to the weekly timetable after trialling it on and off since 2006. In 2019, we also added music, which had been making appearances in the theatre challenge shows since 2006, but it finally became its own separate weekly class. And then in 2023, choir joined the weekly mix. We also had a bit of DJ, ballet, and expanding from just one drama session a week to multiple classes for multiple age groups of children. And well, look at Livewire now. Today, Livewire welcomes over 300 young people through its doors every week. And the most incredible part of all, the fact that Livewire is still completely free for all young people in Harlow to enjoy. This itself, especially in the current climate, is nothing short of a miracle. But I have got a few massive thank yous. An achievement like this doesn't just happen by magic. It takes an immense amount of grinding behind the scenes. Firstly, a huge thank you from me goes to Sam and Rory. They spend endless, grueling hours putting in the funding bids that we just heard about, and they are not fun. But without these, Livewire would not be able to run in the way it does today. Without your hard work to secure the grants, Livewire would not be here. So thank you both for all the time you put into that. Next, of course, is for our fantastic group leaders, Sam, Becky, Steve, Roshin, and everyone else like Leo who step up so regularly to help out. There generally aren't enough words to thank you for everything you do for Livewire. I know it isn't always easy. As a deputy head teacher myself, I know that working with hundreds of energetic children on a daily basis rarely is, but it also is so rewarding. And please know that you are true role models to so many of these children. Because of you, their lives are happier, healthier, and a whole lot more fun. I am so deeply proud to still be part of this organisation. And while tonight is a celebration of every single member of Livewire, the staff, the volunteers, the wonderful members, we cannot finish with the biggest thank you of the night that goes to Sam. Sam, you're the heart, the body, and the soul of Livewire. In my eyes, and I know every single person in this room will probably agree, you're one of the most inspirational people in Harlow. The love, passion, and sheer dedication you've poured into Livewire over the years is unmatched. I have spoke to a couple of the members recently, and here's a couple of the quotes that stood out to me for things that they said. First one was, "School didn't work for me, but Livewire helped me to see that I could still be something and do something." We know that not all children follow the same path, so having this for some children has been a massive, massive lifeline. Another one, "This is the one place I feel I actually belong." Just imagine going to school every day, never feeling that, and you've now got a safe space here. That is how important Livewire is to some of these young people. And this one, which I'm sure every member will agree with, my happy place. You cannot come to Livewire and for it to not be your happy place, no matter what has happened in your day. From myself, the trustees, and every member of Livewire family, past and present, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. I myself am now having a baby, and I pray a place like Livewire will still be around when we grow up. So let's hope there's another 25 years left in you, Sam. Now enough from me, let's get on with tonight. Thank you everyone, and have a great evening.
Hello everybody. Now our next couple of speakers are current Livewire members and truly embody everything that Livewire is about. Please welcome first, current Livewire member and star of Ask Algo, Logan Blackburn Kirby.
Hello everybody, this is only going to be a short speech, but it's going to be half an hour for me. Ever since I joined Livewire about 6 years ago, I knew I was going to stay. I have autism and it used to heavily affect my social skills and stuff like social anxiety, stuff like that. It's helped me through my many problems I've had. Livewire has helped me overcome my fear of public speaking and performing in front of others by doing shows. I've gained so many lifelong friends and memories through Livewire. I remember when I was afraid of blackouts and I used to wear defenders. Now I do shows with multiple blackouts and no longer really need to wear defenders. Thank Livewire and all of the friends I've made along my journey through Livewire, helping me become the confident person I am today. No matter how many times I've had a couple of months off, I've always come back. I love Livewire and all of the friends I've made here, and I know I am always welcome. I'd like to make a special thanks to Sam. He does not realise how much he's helped me through the years. He's become an amazing friend and always makes me feel good about myself. Sam accepts everybody for who they are. I remember when I did Murder Mystery and he gave me the confidence to be Willie Woodstone. I remember when I did Punani. It was the first ever show I did where I sang, and I proceeded to sing an Ask Algo, where I had the confidence to dance to a song about 6'7". Thank you, Sam. I'd like to finish the speech off with my favourite saying, Livewire forever.
Thank you, Logan. Logan, everybody. Next, please welcome current Livewire member and star of LDC, Stacey Puna.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Stacey and I've been coming to Livewire for many years. When I first joined, I was younger, quieter, and honestly I had no idea how much this place would mean to me. What started as somewhere to spend my time quickly became somewhere that felt like a second home. Over the years, Livewire has given me so much more than dance and drama. It's given me confidence when I doubted myself, friendships when I needed people around me, and memories that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. I used to take part in drama, and although I don't do that as much anymore, the lessons it taught me have stayed with me. It helped me come out of my shell, believe in myself, and find my voice. Dance has continued to be a huge part of my journey here, and every rehearsal, performance, and moment spent with the people around me has shaped who I am today. Looking around this room, I realise how many people have played a part in my story. Livewire isn't just a club, it's a family. It's a place where people are accepted for who they are, a place where talents are discovered, confidence is built, and friendships are formed. It's somewhere that makes you feel like you belong. As I've grown up, life has changed in many ways, but one thing that's always remained is Livewire. Through the good times and difficult times, it has always been there. It's been a place of happiness, support, and encouragement. Sometimes we don't realise how important something is until we stop and look back. When I look back now, I see years filled with performances, rehearsals, theatre challenges, laughter, achievements, and so many unforgettable moments. But most importantly, I see all the people I've met along the way and for everlasting friendships that I've made at Livewire. So tonight, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to every friend I've made here. Thank you for every opportunity, every lesson, every smile, and every memory. And a special thank you to Becky, Steve, Sam, and Rosine, because Livewire wouldn't be what it is without them. So I would like to say a very special thank you to Steve, who even though he doesn't teach me, he's been a huge part of Livewire. You never fail to bring energy, laughter, and positivity into the room, and somehow your famous Steve post can always make someone smile. The fun you bring to Livewire makes it such a special place to be, and I know band look forward to seeing you every week. Thank you for all the laughs, encouragement, and helping to create so many unforgettable memories. Livewire wouldn't be Livewire without your energy, your smile, and of course the legendary Steve pose. A special thank you to Rosine. Even though I've never really had the chance to be taught by you or get to know you very well, your kindness has never gone unnoticed. You're always so welcoming and supportive to everyone. and every time I see you, you're always smiling, and that's sometimes enough to make someone's day. It takes a special person to make such a difference without realising it, and I think that's the type of person that you are. Thank you for everything you do for us every week and helping to create the positive atmosphere that makes Livewire such a special place. A special thank you to Becky. Where can I even start? I think I can speak for all of us dancers when I say this. You've never just been a dance teacher to us. You've been like our best friend, a role model and someone we can always rely on. From our little chats and gossip and circle time all the way to our problems, you have this way of knowing when someone needs a little extra support or simply someone to listen to. And even if you don't realise it, those little moments mean everything to us. Even when you stood at the fan in our Year 6 show when I had my big jacket on and I was so hot. Through every class, rehearsal, performance and difficult day, you always create a space where we can be ourselves and feel free. Thank you for believing us when we didn't believe in ourselves and always bringing out the best in us. Years from now, I probably won't remember every dance step I've ever learned, but I will remember how you made me feel. I will remember the confidence, memories and happiness you've given me over the years and the impact you've made on my life. It means more to me than I can put into words, and I'm forever grateful. You've taught us so much more than dance. You've helped shape who we are, and that's something we'll carry with us forever. And of course, a special thank you to Sam, who I've known for as long as I can remember. He has watched me grow since my early primary years and has always encouraged me, believed in me and helped me become more confident all around. And I don't think I could ever express how grateful I am for that. Looking back now, I realise that some of my happiest memories and biggest moments of growth happened because of opportunities you gave me and the environment you've created. The impact you've had on my life goes far beyond drama, and I know I wouldn't be the person I am today without your guidance, patience and belief in me. Livewire wouldn't be the same without the dedication, care and passion that you put into it day in, day out. Thank you for creating a place where so many of us feel supported and able to be ourselves. And thank you for not just watching me grow up, but also helping me grow into the person I am today. I may have joined Livewire all those years ago for dance and drama, but I've stayed because of the people, the community and the feeling that this place gives me. No matter where life takes me in the future, a part of me will always belong here. Before I finish, I would like to say a final thank you to every person who has been a part of my journey at Livewire. Many of you may not realise it, but each of you have played a part in shaping who I am today. Livewire has been so much more than a club to me. It's been a safe place where I can escape and where I can always be myself, and for that I will be forever grateful. The memories, the lessons and the people I've met will stay with me forever. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for giving me a place where I can belong, grow and become the person I am today. One day I may leave Livewire, but Livewire will never leave me. Thank you.
One more time to Stacey. Now it is now time to introduce our award presenters, and it is such an honour to be able to invite these people up here to present the awards. Presenting the Harlow Playhouse Spotlight Award, please welcome head of the Livewire Vocal Collective, Rosine Quinn.
Thank you. It's a real honour to, just to be here tonight. I didn't know it was going to be so emotional. So I'm presenting the Harlow Playhouse Spotlight Award. It's an honour to be asked to present this award. This young person, when I first met them, I thought they were older than they were, which is not a bad thing when you're younger. You know, when you're older, you're like, oh, people think I'm older than I am. But she was so mature, had such musicality and just a really lovely person. I've had the pleasure of working with her in LVC and she does lots with drama as well. So the award, and this is being awarded for innovative creative practice and outstanding performance talent. And I'm really pleased to present this award to Millie Thompson.
Congratulations, Millie, one more time, Willie. Next, presenting the Pete Brown Inspiration Award, please welcome head of the Livewire Dance Company, Becky Hammond.
if there's one thing I can't do, it's talk about my students without crying, so wish me luck. I'll keep it short and sweet. This student actually knows already what they mean to me. They know how valued they are, and they're actually not here to collect their award tonight. So I'm going to take it for them. They are turning 17 this weekend and are having some very well-deserved celebrations. This student has been with us since 2022, and they've made a huge impact in such a short time with us at Livewire. Not only at dance, but at music as well. No drama? No drama. She can't fit it in at this time. She is incredibly talented, probably a lot more so than she gives herself credit for. She is kind, empathetic, smart, and an amazing role model for our younger students. She overthinks far too much about absolutely everything, and I actually see a lot of my younger self in her, watching her balance her academic life with her creative passions. I just couldn't be more proud of the dancer that she is becoming and the wonderful person that she continues to be. So on behalf, I am proud to accept the Pete Brown Award of Inspiration to Dana Kassar.
Congratulations, Dana. And our final award is the Pat Walker Shining Star Award. Please welcome, to present this award, Head of the Livewire Music Collective, Steve Cody.
Firstly, just a little bit on Pat Walker. It's a real privilege and honour to be able to present an award in Pat's name. Pat was really important for Livewire, particularly for both myself and Sam. He was firstly for Sam a teacher. He was then our mentor, a close friend, a father figure. He was everything. Sadly, we lost him earlier this year, which has been tough. It's been really tough on us. But I'm really glad that we can present an award in his name, and we'll always keep his memory alive. We know that anyway, but it's just such a nice thing to have an award in his name. And the person that this award is going to is a fantastic guy that I've known since he was about year 4. So I first come across this young lad, as he was at the time, in his primary school, and I was teaching him guitar. He had an obvious talent, so much so that I had to put him in groups with people older than himself. And he was constantly in my ear, and he was constantly asking questions and inquisitive and wanting to learn more. And actually, I don't think he's ever lost that. He got to the end of his primary school, and he's also has an incredibly supportive family, been really supportive of Livewire themselves. He decided to come to LMC, and basically since then I've not been able to get rid of him. And there have been times when I've wanted to, but no. He has been absolutely fantastic, but not only has he been committed, he turns up every week, he's been in every show. He volunteered, he was doing a Duke of Edinburgh award when he was at school, and volunteered and came and helped me, and that never stops. So he is now coming to the end of his A-levels and education there before going to university, and he's continuously been with me week in, week out, and I'll be lost without him, actually. I don't think that's an overstatement. We have a lot of people that come along, and he's an absolutely fantastic role model. He is very patient. He's a very good teacher. I don't know if he sees that in himself yet, but he's absolutely amazing at working with young people, and he thoroughly deserves this award. I'm hoping that once he's at university next year, that we don't lose him. But I know that he'll be returning whenever he can. And a huge congratulations and a massive honour to award the Pat Walker Shining Light Award to William Hobbs.
Thank you.
one more time for all of our award winners and speakers this evening, everybody. To finish off this section of the evening, I'm going to invite somebody up here who has changed my life and changed the life of so many people in this room. Someone who, since I was younger, I looked up to, and I didn't really know who else to turn to or who else to speak to. I'm forever grateful for this person and everything they've done for me in my life, because I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for them. So everyone, please welcome Creative Director of Livewire, Sam Ashford.
First of all, can I have a massive thank you to everybody who's come and spoken tonight. I really appreciate all your kind words, and can we give a massive round of applause? Right, sorry, apologies for any duplication here, but I'm going to do it anyway. So thank you everyone for coming. I'd like to just thank Harlow Playhouse for hosting today. Particularly Keely Aston, who got everything together in the table settings, and the whole team, G, all the guys, they were just brilliant today, and they always are. They make a home for us, and eternally grateful to you guys and to Rory and to all of the Harlow Playhouse team. So thank you very much. There's been lots of schools that have given us a home over the years. So it'd be nice to say thank you to Braesgrove, to Burnt Mill, to Parsmoors, Harlow College, and now Hare Street. Round of applause for those guys. All the trustees, the chairs of trustees who've guided us, trusted us, supported us. Special mention to Jenny Fox here tonight. She's just a wonderful human being, and no one would get paid basically if she wasn't so brilliant at what she does, and she just keeps everything ticking over. It's a really difficult job, and especially volunteering your time to do it. It's so time consuming. I'm forever grateful, Jenny, so thank you very much. There's been loads of sort of staff along the way. I feel sometimes a bit like Doctor Who with these sort of companions who sort of drop in and then sort of go on, and it's always a pleasure, and I will miss people out, but people from Sarah to JJ to Jess and to Joe, who's here tonight, Joe Russell, and Shirley, remember Shirley Devonshire, is she here tonight yet? No? What a legend. There's so many people, and everybody who's come through the door and helped out has always stayed because they believed in what was going on, and they just fitted in really nicely, and it's terrible words. But I'm just really grateful for those people, so for helping us all the way and getting those young people in and looking after them when they come through the door. So thank you so much, you guys. The team that we've got today are the best possible bunch of people, and they might not agree, but they might think we work colleagues, I don't know, but I regard them as my best friends. I just love these guys so much. And they're just brilliant at what they do. Becky came to Livewire as students many years ago. There's a photograph of her you can find receiving a Jack Petchey Award, a part of the group, and she's wearing a belt with bullets on, which is really nice. Have you still got that? Yeah. We were lucky to have known for so many years, and now we've got this wonderful choreography. She's got this wonderful relationship with dancers. She's building LVC to be so incredibly popular, and I regard her as a really close friend and a mentor, actually. So, Becky, thank you so much. Roisin is the latest addition to the gang. She's talented, she's ambitious, she's full of kindness. I'm lucky to have known Roisin for many years. And we've gigged and done some strange things together. Christmas Eves were always good, weren't they? Yeah. Christmas Eves were wonderful. We always had to leave early because kids, right? She's a wonderful singer and songwriter in her own right, and she releases amazing music. Please go and look up Roisin Quinn. You will not regret it. She's transferring those wonderful skills and enthusiasm and talent onto lots of young singers today, and she's just brilliant. Roisin Quinn, everyone. I love you too. Yeah. I love you too. Yeah. She likes tea. I like tea. She drinks more tea than me, which is Steve. He's all right. Hi, Steve. Me and Steve went to college together. No, not many years ago. Hundreds of years ago. Was you it? Oh God. Okay. And I don't know. How lucky am I to get to work as a grown-up with my best mate? Love you, Steve. Thank you. What a legend. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to make this a personal thing because Livewire is a big organisation with lots of people involved, but I need to publicly thank my family very, very sincerely. My children have given up evenings and precious time growing up throughout their lives. I've not been there because I've been out delivering work all the time, and they graciously gave up their time and never made me feel bad about it either. It was never where were you. We always made the most, and we still do make the most of our time together, don't we? And they also came and took part in Livewire, and Lily was one of their first dancers through the door, and she's still a brilliant dancer now, but we see it, Karen, doing about 8:30 every night when she reenacts a Michael Jackson song. She's giving it up professionally. But it was just wonderful to spend that time with you, Lily, and I'm so grateful. And Eddie as well, who's working tonight, but he's a massive part of Livewire as well. And to be able to go to work with your best mate, close friends, and then get your kids involved, it's like, it doesn't really get better than that. So to my children, thank you very much. And my wife, Karen. Karen Ashford, everyone. Give her a round of applause. She needs it. She needs it. Let's thank Karen for her constant support and encouragement. She's actually the brains behind it all. I'll go home and I'll say, we're going to do this! And I try it this way, and they go, oh, okay. And then I pretend I've had that idea. And we move forward together. She's the support constantly when I can't sleep through the worry of whether Livewire will be here in 6 months or not, which was, now it's 3 years. I think 3 years, that's my worry at the moment. She's a constant support. She's always calmed me down if I get a bit overexcited, which if you know me, that does tend to happen. Get a little bit focused on something, and she'll always support me with that. She's never squashing ideas. She's never doubting. She's always believing. And this is true. This is an actual fact. Livewire would not be here without Karen. I'd have given up a long time ago. So thank you, Karen. I think it was a good fact. Most of all, I want to thank the young people, right? Anyone who came through the door and took part, even if it was for 5 minutes or a night or for 10 years or beyond. Anyone who's brave enough to walk into a group and start playing bibbidi bibbidi bop and going, what's going on? Anyone who's brave enough to do that, I'm really in admiration of those people. There's those memorable moments. Look at me reading. I'm not used to reading, am I? Just waffle. There's memorable moments that we have and that we share. It's a bond that we all have. We do these shows and we have rehearsals and we do these workshops, and we just get these bonds between us that are never gone. And a lot of my best friends are former Livewire members, dear friends, because we share something that is really unique. All these experiences, those memorable moments, I've written this down, hitting that note, making a breakthrough with storytelling, overcoming anxiety, confidence growing, those little moments we share. Last night's rehearsal, one of the best Livewire hours of my life last night. I don't think you guys know that. Harry, you wouldn't know that, she wasn't there. But it was just brilliant to see those guys, give them some work to do, some scenes to do, go away, come back, show us what you got, and they all poured their heart and soul into it, and I just sat back and I was like, this is what it's all about. And I'm so proud of you guys at the back there, really am. And it's, you know what, I'll finish I'll finish with Pete's words, actually. He said this, and I still say it after every theatre challenge. So if ever you're in a room and you hear people talking about young people today being lazy or stuck on their phones or not having any ideas or creativity or be rude, I want you to go and tell them right now about the young people that we meet at Livewire every day. Tell them how wonderful they are and how brilliant they are. Tell them about their compassion, their kindness, their ruthless stance on equality, their respect for all, their intelligence, their creativity. Tell them about those young people. Tell them about Livewire. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Livewire forever. And thank you, Leo, for hosting this evening. Thanks so much.
Once again, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great remainder of the evening. Livewire forever. Thank you, guys.